Yeah, very surprising. The former president was brought to this courthouse by helicopter from the military hospital that he is being held in to face this retrial. Now, the retrial is on charges relating to the deaths of more than 800 protesters during the uprising against Mubarak's regime back in 2011. Now, this retrial came about as a result of the fact that the initial conviction of Mubarak in June last year was overturned in January. And so he arrived here today expecting to face the start of what would be several months of court hearings to see whether or not he will face further sentencing in relation to the deaths of those protesters. And the first thing that happened was that the judge announced he would be stepping down. Judge Mustafa Abdullah cited health reasons, but didn't really go into much more detail, and it prompted chaotic scenes in the courtroom, people really not quite knowing what was going on. The suggestion is that this case will now move to another court, and outside where I am, there were numerous members of families of protesters who were killed during the uprisings, and they were jubilant when this news filtered through. They were saying that this was a great step. This judge, of course, was the man who presided over the acquittal of 24 people who were accused of being involved in the deaths of numerous protesters in the so-called Battle of the Camel, which was one of the most violent scenes in Tahrir Square. But there are also pro-Mubarak supporters here too, and they've been very vocal, and they will be disappointed, I think, because really the look on Mubarak's face when he came into the court today, this is a man who has been in poor health for some time, was one that was much more relaxed than we had previously seen him, one where he looked confident in his sunglasses next to his two sons and the interior minister. They feel that they have an argument now that Egypt being presided over by President Mohamed Morsi is descending into chaos in terms of its economy, in terms of its sectarian tensions. And so this really now is just another example of the chaotic scenes that Egypt is finding itself in since Mubarak's fall.